First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalawam. Double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who push and teach this truth in sincerity, honesty, who rule well. Because there's some leaders out there, camps who are not ruling well. And I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to bash. You're not doing anything but fulfilling prophecy anyway. So why would I get upset at prophecy being fulfilled? It's just more fuel to the spiritual fire of the testimony of the scriptures. God damn it. Is it still recording? Screen keep going out. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I keep forgetting. But Slakia. They call this it looks like America's reopening. That's what it seems like. But I wouldn't consider this a reopening. I would consider this a grand opening. It's a grand opening of Babylon, because for it to be reopening, it would have to, picture a store. If the grocery store closes down and then reopens a decade later, unless it's that same company, it's gonna reopen as a different corporation, which is what America is anyway. It's nothing but a corporation. I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole nother testimony about the ABC boys questioning me off of me learning uniform commercial codes back in 2016, 2017. It's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? So in 1871, America as they knew it closed down. Okay? And it reopened. Right? You think it reopened? No. It closed down, and there was a grand opening of the new America. To where the slavery should not exist except for punishment for a crime. That's when our forefathers went from being slaves to all black people being slaves. Well, it wasn't black then, it was Negro, colored or whatever, nigga, whatever. To all so-called Negroes becoming criminals. You know, you be against the law for you not to have a job. It was just so many crimes you could break, and then you could be back in slavery. So that was the grand opening of the new Babylon. Then you have it closed again. It closed again, and it reopened as, Salakia for the screen going black. It reopened again as without any gold. The gold, you couldn't take the money to the bank for gold anymore. That was when that store closed. A new grand opening. Then 9/11 happened. That store closed, a new grand opening. Well, this pandemic has caused a new grand opening. Okay? What we knew, that is closed. It's a new grand opening. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Verse 4, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness. What is darkness? Well, you can't see, right? You can't see straight when you're drunk. Darkness is when you don't have the light of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in your life, which is the laws, statutes, and commandments. You're not trying to live in that light. Okay? Salakia, goodness gracious. If you're not trying to live in that light, then you're living in darkness. Okay? Point blank period. Point blank period. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. Okay? So the day is going to come, but it won't overtake you as a thief. As long as you are focused on staying in the light of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and not in the darkness of America. Verse 5, ye are all the children of light. Why? Because you're the 12 tribes of Yasha'Allah, the prince of the powers, the prince of the power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. We were never, ever planted to be anything else but to bear good fruit. Okay? Verse 7, Salakia. Verse 6, therefore let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober. So you have the whole world sleeping right now. They were sleeping, well, they wasn't really sleeping during the pandemic. They were a little, they sobered up. Well, not sobered up, but they were asleep. They were asleep. Some people woke up. This the Great Awakening is taking place. The Great Awakening is taking place. But let us watch and be sober. Let us watch for these prophecies. Let us watch and see what's going on around the world. What's going on in our cities and our communities that tie into these scriptures. And be sober and not be drunk off the wine of Babylon. Revelation 18 verse 4. For they that sleep, sleep in the night. And they that be drunken are drunken in the night. It means there's no light. I should go to Blue Letter Bible. I'm just getting off work. I didn't just getting off work. Just walking and thinking after listening to one of the brothers. His voice isn't familiar to me. Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Okay? So, like we just read in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, there are children of the light. And there will be a voice coming from heaven in the future, talking to the children of the light, saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Okay? Now, the reason why I say in the future is because obviously the whole 144,000 has not been sealed yet. But slowly but surely, before me learning about the truth, because I will not consider myself in the truth until I endure to the end. First of all. Second of all, you cannot be in the truth until you acknowledge and possess and function off of the correct doctrine. Unless you're doing that, you're not in the truth. Is this thing still even? You're not in the truth. Okay? Matter of fact, let me go to Jeremiah 23. The book of Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. So, the only way to scatter the sheep is to confuse them. Because the shepherd, even if you got 50 shepherds walking, if you got 100 shepherds walking, and they're all guiding the sheep the same way, there's no confusion. There's no death and destruction. Goodness gracious. There's no confusion. There's no death and destruction. The only way to scatter the sheep is to have 100 different people saying, yo, come this way, yo, come that way. You have 100 different camps saying 50 different things, you're scattering the sheep. If you have 100 different camps saying 2 different things, you're scattering the sheep, okay? So woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So anybody being a stumbling block, scattering, being a stumbling block or scattering the sheep of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you done messed up. Because woe means death and destruction. Okay? Verse 2. Therefore, thus said the Lord, power of Yasha'Allah against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. Okay? So, even though you camps, now I'm gonna get more specific. Even though you can't, I don't give a damn about these pastors because they act like they don't know what the hell is going on. It's the camps that act like they know what's going on. Okay? Talking about a Friday to Saturday Sabbath every day of the year. But yet and still Passover is a Sabbath. So nothing makes sense. The new moon is a Sabbath, so nothing makes sense. Okay? You're scattering the sheep. So, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, that makes me think of the book of James, New Testament, Old Testament, Apocrypha. All says we will be scattered. Okay? The Baruch chapter 2 verse 30 says we will be scattered and remember ourselves. Jeremiah 23:3, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai said he's going to gather the hopeful elect. Why? Because the pastor is messing up. Now I'm getting to the church. The pastors are messing up. Call Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. I got to be at work at 7:45. I was nervous. The buses. This Sunday stuff is crazy. So boom. Verse 4, and I will set up shepherds over them. Not pastors. Not pastors. Shepherds. So you camps, you're more like pastors than shepherds. Because you're doing the work of the pastor. You're scattering the sheep. The work of the shepherd is to guide the sheep. Pastor, scatter. I guess this is what the lesson is about. Yeah, pastor, scatter. Shepherds, guide. Okay? Shepherds feed. What is Yahweh Hashem? Matter of fact, Jeremiah 23:4. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them. And they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. That is a whole lesson right there. Jeremiah 23:4. Okay, so the shepherd that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is set up to the people scattered abroad are going to teach the correct doctrine. They're going to teach one doctrine, they're going to teach the same doctrine, and they're going to feed them the correct doctrine. And they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. So you can't tell me that there's people in IUIC that's not dismayed. You can't tell me there's people in the Watchmen for Israel that's not dismayed, and HOI that's not dismayed, and ISUBK that's not dismayed. But people in GMS are not dismayed. And I'm not giving any examples. I don't have time. Look at that bunny. I don't have time. I haven't seen bunny since I was a child. In a while. So, I don't want to get into I don't want to get into verse 5. I'll leave that for apostle. I'll leave that for the apostles. A great millstone. They brought it out enough. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for the spirits coming back onto the earth, for the teachers coming back onto the earth, for the kings and rulers coming back onto the earth, and even for the 2/3 to come back onto the earth, because they need their ass whipped just as bad as I've needed my ass whipped for putting our nation through this, through our disobedience in this lifetime that I've disobeyed, before knowing, after learning, and in my previous lifetimes. So that's what it is. Now, no, this lesson is not about no pastors or no flock. This isn't even a lesson. This isn't even a lesson. America is now I remember what I started talking about. It's not reopening, okay? They're about to build a new America. A completely new America. They might keep the frame to the building. You might keep the beams and the foundation and the frame. But this country it's gone. It's gone. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said they was gonna build, but he's gonna throw down. The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So they're going to build. You're going to see construction going on. They're going to build, but it's a wrap. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to throw it down. There's no reopening. There's no reopening. There's no reopening. It's over. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord. So it doesn't matter what they build. It doesn't matter how many nests they want to have up there in the heavens and do flips in zero gravity and do all types of Lord knows what experiments out there. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said he's going to tear them down. He's going to bring them down, and they're going to build, but then he's going to tear down. Okay? So, I'm not going to say don't plan to be here. That's like saying, nah, don't get no groceries, boy. America's going to be destroyed. What you going to the grocery store for? You don't need no groceries. America's going to be destroyed. Nah, don't pay your bill. America's going to be destroyed. You don't need to pay rent. Use that money to go and enjoy your night out, because life is about to be over. I'm not saying that. Okay? You can plan for tomorrow to make it. You can make your plans to make it for tomorrow, but don't make your plans to make it forever, because this thing is over. It's over. It's over. And I told my old landlord that when the pandemic first jumped off, and I recorded it because they had to deal with rent, so I wanted to record the conversation. And I told him, I said, America's never going back to what it was. I said, it's a wrap. I said, it's over. It's over. And he said, what are you, a preacher now? Because he seen me in my t-shirt fringes and all that, and he hangs with the Amalekites. I believe he's an Amalekite. He just didn't want to admit it. He didn't say who his father was. He just said his father was white and his mother was a Vietnamese woman, and his father was a soldier, and that's how he was American soldier, and that's how he was conceived. So he knows he's Edom, and he knows I'm Yasha. He knew that. I knew that. I told him that. I didn't tell him he was Edom, but I told him he knows what's going on. And I guess that's why he Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave me mercy with not being able to pay the rent and deal with extra courses that he was trying to get out of me. How he was trying to get out of me when the lease was up. Of course you could have a security deposit, but it's all this extra money you talking. You talking crazy talk. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this is just a testimony. Right now I'm just, giving Yahweh Shem Yahushua the glory to that situation because when it was all said and done, he only said I ended up owing him $700 instead of the ridiculous $2,000 or whatever he was saying I owed him. You already had my security deposit. Like, get out of here. So call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua for your mercy. And it's gonna come a time when it might look more and more peaceful, more and more safe. It just might happen. But like the book of Sirach says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So we can't trust any of our enemies. There goes a bus. We can't trust any of our enemies. In the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Oh, you ready? Call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, shalawam. Psalms 83 tells you who the enemies are, though. Shalawam. Double honest. Whoa, what fell?